How's it going? Hope you're doing good. Hope you're having a lovely day, whatever you're up to. I thought I'd switch things up a little bit today and just lean back and relax on the sofa whilst filming this video. Switch up the typical like YouTube angle that's normally filmed like this and just take it a little bit more relaxed, you know. Lean back. It feels like only yesterday that I uploaded my last video on YouTube, when in reality I've just had a check now on my channel. I think it was like 3 weeks ago, four weeks by the time that this video goes up. And that sums up my entire life at the moment. Like, my girlfriend is currently 37 and a half weeks pregnant, and I don't know where the last 8 months have gone. Each day feels so slow. Like, I feel like I've got a lot of time in the day, but then each week just seems to disappear. And then each month I'm literally blinking and a month has gone, and I'm like, how are you 6 months pregnant? How are you 7 months pregnant? And then now 8 months pregnant. Time is just going, and I don't know where it's going, but it is just going. And I don't know if that's the same for everyone or whether that's just, oh, perfect timing. A helicopter going past. Anyways, how's it going? How have you been? What's up? What's happening in your life? I'm genuinely interested to know. Please let me know in the comments what you've been up to, what you've been doing. I'm very aware at the moment that Zoe could go into labour at any point. Like, being past 37 weeks means that the baby is fully developed, and could come at any point. In fact, this morning, one of our friends whose due date was 2 days before us literally just went into labour. And it was like such a big reality check, such a big shock of like, oh shit, okay, we're not talking weeks now, we could potentially be talking days. And I feel like I'm so prepared in so many aspects of my life, and I've been putting so much work and time into doing things to make sure that I'm prepared and Zoe's prepared, and as a family and a collective that we're as prepared as possible. But something that I haven't, going to be completely honest, haven't put time into thinking about or preparing is my YouTube and my social media. And in my head, I'm like, I've still got 3, maybe 4 videos left that I want to film prior to the baby coming. And that's the aim. But anything could happen now. So fingers crossed, I can still upload 2, 3, 4 videos before the baby comes. Equally, the reality is that this video might not even make it up. Like, Zoe could go into, I could be filming this video right now and then Zoe just start like calling me from upstairs because she's gone into labor. That could happen. And that is crazy to think about. This video, as you can tell, I just wanted to really chill out, lean back, relax, and just do like a real chilled Q&A, but all of the questions being around fatherhood. Because a lot of people that follow me and watch these videos, on anything I do, ask me questions to do with the baby and to do with being a father and a dad. So I thought I would compile any questions that people have got into one place, and this video being that place. So I popped on my Instagram story one of those little questions boxes and said, look, if you've got any questions about anything like that kind of thing, drop it below and I'll answer a bunch in a video. And you guessed it, this is that video. This was one of the most popular questions I got asked, and it is, has it fully hit you yet that you're about to become a dad? Now, this is a tricky one to answer because I feel like I'm just going to get clipped and people are going to send me back the footage of me saying this when my hairline is back here and I haven't slept in 3 weeks because I've got a 1-year-old that is absolutely crazy. But sitting here right now, I have, as I just said at the beginning, spent so much time over the last 6 months I can't even describe, prepping the different businesses that I run to be set up and ready to roll for a good chunk of time without me. And then I've spent my evenings doing all of those things that you put off doing in personal life that are just so shit to do. I've just done them all. For example, completely rearranging the basement that was full of the most random stuff that I've bought over the last 5 years that should have gone to a charity shop 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago and hadn't yet been dropped off. That's now been done. The basement's looking beautiful. Whether that's completely redoing up, obviously, the nursery, and that's looking bloody lovely. Just all of those little things, like we had a drawer over there that was just full of paperwork that we'd never actually gone through. And I'm just looking at it and I'm like, if I don't do all of these little jobs that are so shit and so boring and I just don't want to do, if I don't do them now, I'm only going to have less time in my life going forward when I have kids. So if I don't crack on and go through this pile of paper now that I don't even know what it is. I'm probably going to have a 16-year-old and still have this pile of paper. So I've spent the last 6 months just getting things done. Personal, work-wise, everything you can possibly imagine, which has left me feeling incredibly prepared. But obviously those things are only physically. Those things aren't mentally. Those things aren't emotionally. However, saying that, I do feel incredibly ready, mentally and emotionally. Incredibly. So overall, I'm just feeling really bloody good at the moment. I feel like I'm as ready as I ever could be. And I'm probably going to regret saying that. My microphone battery just ran out. As I was saying that, what part of being a father are you most excited about? For me, I feel like it's pretty simple. It's starting a family with Zoe. And I think it's going to be so much bloody fun just watching our daughter and hopefully multiple children in the future experience things for the first time in life, see things for the first time, travel the world with them, and just watching them grow into their own little people. I think it's just going to be so much fun. On the flip side, what part of being a father scares you the most? Oh, this is a good question. And I kind of want to be pretty honest with it, and it's quite like a raw answer, but I do want to be fully open and honest because it is something that I'm very, very cautious of and aware, is the fact, like, I'm surrounded by so many people that are so incredibly successful and achieving the most amazing things in their careers that you could ever possibly imagine. But I've seen this so many times at the expense of being able to spend time with their family and watch their kids grow up and go to their kids' plays in school and take their kids to the park and just be there for the kids and the family and watch them grow and have dinners with them in the evenings and stuff. And for some people that isn't the priority, and that's absolutely fine. But for me, I've always had the opportunity up until now in my life to work as long as I possibly want to, and I've done big stints of work in the craziest hours, and I've loved doing that. But I'm very aware at the same time that that isn't always the best thing for relationships with friends and with family, but even more so watching kids grow up and family time. And family time growing up for me was the most amazing thing. My parents were always there for my sister and I, and we had the best childhood. So going back to the question of something that scares me is getting caught up in work and blinking and my daughter being 6. That scares the absolute shit out of me. And I don't want that to happen. And I'm in a very, very fortunate position where I'm now able to switch up my work a little bit and take my foot off the pedal a little bit and slow down and allow myself to spend more time with my family. That sounds weird to be able to say my family. And that's what I really want to do. I don't want to get excited and carried away and start multiple new businesses and jump on this new venture and add more to the plate when I've already got a very busy plate, because sometimes it's so exciting to add new businesses and new things in. And I've been doing that for so many years, but I think now's the time to really, really sort out my work-life balance so that I'm fully there. And I don't, as I said, blink and I've got a bloody 12-year-old and I'm like, oh my gosh. If you were the pregnant one, what do you think your cravings would have been? So I didn't realise up until recently that the partner of the one who is pregnant can also get cravings. I didn't know that was a thing until my comments were covered in it. I haven't had any cravings, but apparently it's super common to have some. I feel like, what would mine be? I'm like looking over at the kitchen to try and like think, what would I want to eat right now? What would my cravings? Maybe a Mars ice cream, because I've just seen that Zoe's had the last one and I'm really bloody jealous and I wish we had more. Mars ice creams, so incredibly underrated. They are so good. You should film a video to your daughter for her to watch back when she's older. Now, Zoe and I have been doing this for the last 37 weeks, and we've been using this little camera. I feel like I've spoken about this in a video before, but maybe I haven't. We've been using this little camera that we don't use for any YouTube videos, and the footage and everything we filmed is never ever going to go online. And we've just been filming everything, like the scans we've gone to, any conversations we're having about the baby, how we're feeling, what we're up to, just random moments in the house, decorating the nursery, when we're just having random chats in the car about life and what it's going to be like going forward. And we've just been dumping it on this hard drive that one day, I have no idea when, we will go through, edit up, turn it into something that she can watch that is like the whole process, the whole, I guess, our lives, the whole experience of us going through Zoe's pregnancy with the baby. It's going to be so bloody special, because we were just chatting once about how our parents filmed so much, both of them, Zoe's parents and as well as my parents, filmed so much of our childhood that we're able to like watch back on VHSs, and just how lovely that is. And don't get me wrong, we've got so much stuff online of both Zoe and I, but it is different it being public compared to pictures and videos that are taken that aren't online. It just is different. Even no matter how natural the videos are online, it just is different, the fact that so many people are watching them. So Zoe and I bought this little like yellow skin, this yellow little wrap that we put over a camera, and basically whenever we're filming with that camera, and our friends and family will know as well, whenever we're filming with that camera anywhere, it means that it's not going on YouTube. So we have been doing it, not anything for online, but we have been doing it. Can we get an updated nursery tour? So I've been helping Zoe film like a nursery tour video for the last couple of months whilst we've been doing it up, so that will be going up on her YouTube channel soon. I'm not exactly sure when, but it will be going up soon. I have no idea why this one's being asked so much. Are you still going to be uploading to YouTube once your daughter is born? Of course I bloody am. I'm not just quitting YouTube now I'm a dad. Of course I am. Videos might be like slightly different for a little bit, obviously, because I'm going to have a newborn baby that is going to take up a ton of time. But yeah, of course, I'm not just quitting YouTube. How do you know you're doing life at the right pace? E.g., relationship, buying a house, starting a family, etc. I guess the real answer is you just never know. There is no such thing as the right pace. I've only ever had one full-time job, and I've been doing it for 12 years. Like, there could be 100 other jobs out there that I prefer way more than what I'm doing, but I just don't know about. I've only ever been in one adult relationship, and I've been in it for like 8 years, and I'm now starting a family. In terms of relationships, that's all I know. But as long as it feels right for you, I don't feel like you can be doing wrong. So the only advice I'd give is approach things slowly and do what feels right for you. Don't be comparing yourself to others. Everybody is in a completely different position in life to what you are, and you've just got to do what feels right for you and just approach things slowly so that you can work out in your own time what you feel is right. But there is no such thing as right or wrong. Like, everyone is always learning, always evolving, always growing, always changing. You've just got to do what feels right for you at that time, and that is the right answer. That's the only advice I have on that one, I think. Just do what feels right for you. Right, I'm going to leave the video here. If you've got any other questions that I haven't answered that you'd love me to answer, then drop them down below in the comments and I'll jump in and I'll reply to a ton of them. If you've enjoyed watching, as always, go down below, give the video a little thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already. Hopefully I'll catch you real soon with another video before the baby comes, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.